This podcast is sponsored by Dollar and Hardware. Activate your alter ego with Dollar and Hardware and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop dollarandhardware.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the Lead Life Experience Podcast. And we're delighted to have you share, like, follow, all the above to our channels on all streaming platforms. And remember, if you would like to get your topics heard and you really are, you want to be able to be a guest on the show, don't forget to text and get on our VIP list. It's 833-370-1608. That's 833-370-1608, and put relationships in the comment. Hey, Demetrius, how you doing today?
Doing just lovely, Honey Bunch. How about yourself?
I'm great. Okay. Well, today, do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to be telling them about what you have coming up?
Still been content for the Come Clean Sunday.
Okay.
Thank everybody who came in and came clean. I hope some more people come in.
Awesome.
Yeah. And give them the number, 100 bucks, so they can call and make sure they got the number. Cause I don't want them getting the wrong number because you got it rolled down right in front of you.
Okay. It's 833-370-1608. And in that comment, you're going to put clean. How you spell it, Demetrius?
CLEAN.
All right.
Clean.
If you want to reveal your deepest secrets, or you want to be able to, hey, you can't rest that night and you're struggling and you want to be able to come out on our podcast, hey, we would love to have you. And again, if you want to remain anonymous, you can do that as well. Just let us know ahead of time, because it will be no name calling, no shame. We're not a drama show, but we are sure to be able to help uplift, empower, and educate and entertain. All right, Demetrius, I have something from my coworker, and she told me to give her a shout out. So shout out to Joelle. Joelle recently got married, and she said that she's having issues because her friends are single. So what can you say? I mean, do men really care whether the friends that you hang around with are single or married?
Make sure I understand you correctly. You say, do men care about?
Yeah, you as my husband.
I'm right.
Do you care about my friends being married or single?
To a certain point, I do. I mean,
Explain.
I want me to do with that. I'm gonna do 100 bucks. Hey, I'm country now. Everybody don't know I talk fast on this podcast, so I had to talk kind of slow. Make sure everybody understand what I'm saying. No, cause you're a married woman, and you around single women. Y'all got two insights on life, and now one of y'all insights wrong. The single woman, she is not wrong, and the married woman ain't wrong. But the single woman insight is a little different for us, a married woman, because she gonna look at it like the single woman have more fun. She can do what she want to do. She ain't got responsibility. Like, she got responsibility, but she can do things that a married woman couldn't do. So if you got a weak-minded woman around you who ain't got a strong mind, she might, that single woman might get her attention. The single woman ain't trying to do that. She just being a single woman. But the married woman might listen to it, think her life boring, and don't realize the single woman want the married life. Well, she got. People get confused with that. A lot of married women get confused. Put your tongue on 100 bucks. I know you got a whip to lay down on.
Well, I feel kind of like both ways. When I was married, and I'm going back by the first time, no, I didn't have structure in my mindset. That's what I'm gonna contribute it to immaturity. So I still, even after we got married, I still kind of kept that same fundamental up. I kept the same friends, whether they was married or not, or if they was in a long-term relationship. But me now in my 40s is different from when I'm in my 20s. Again, I see a lot of the mistakes and errors that I made. That's the reason why the marriage was, it ended so prematurely, because we never had a good running start. I didn't even see, I'm gonna go back. I didn't see a healthy marriage. My mom and dad was separated for a long time, had started relationship. He had started engaging in a relationship with another person. So I didn't have that, the same perspective that you did because you grew up with your mother and father under one roof. So the outlook on life was going to be different. And when I began to look at, I gave my son the same thing that I saw. And that's why it was so easy for me not to be invested into the marriage and was quickly ready to give it up. But when you're talking about surrounding, yes, the surrounding does impact. Everybody know the several gurus who wrote the book, psychological book, they'll tell you, you are whoever you surround yourself with. And which means that if you surround yourself with healthy marriages, you're going to think healthy marriages. If you surround yourself with people that's talking about cheating and infidelity, you find yourself having those thoughts. Even if you don't necessarily act on them, you'll just know a change in your character. And I think you have, caught me a few times, and I have caught you as well. When we listen to other people's problems, we take on those and then we start acting different, not realizing, wait, hold up. Andrew, who you been talking to? Demetrius, who you been talking to? You can't let that come in here. And being able to call those things out and being able to say, you know what, you don't have to abandon your friend, but being able to monitor what you allow them to tell you, being able to monitor you, number one, my main lesson that I learned, don't go putting the business on the sidewalk. Don't go put the business on the sidewalk, taking it out of the conduit of your house. If it's somebody, yeah, if it's somebody you don't really trust
Who,
to
who,
give your
who you been talking to? Somebody gonna give
no,
you some.
like I said, after trials and tribulations, I had to learn that, I every time something came up, I was getting everybody to co-sign off of it. I was getting my mom, my sister, I was getting my friends. And a lot of times I took it more to my friends, not saying they didn't love or care about me, but they wasn't giving me their best interest because they were single. When you single, even if you've been in a long term, you're not as invested. You can walk away with a hand tied. But when you married, it's a little more complicated and you do a lot of compromising. So, when you if you hold marriage up to a higher standard than you do just a, one night stand or uh just somebody who you just kind of met to kick it, you'll be able to look at the dynamics a little different and like let you know like, hey, this is my life partner. Do I really want to get back out there? I'm saying it now. If I, felt that way, do I really want to get back out there to be single? I've talked to some of my friends and I was like, oh my goodness, y'all girls got the, y'all have the best life. But then they would tell me, Angie, we want somebody. They able to go out, and get what young Miami say, flued out, being able to have all those, you know, what you call a good life, but those are temporary counterfeit situations. They don't last. They happy and able to get those things for just a matter of time. But guess what? They have to go back in. Whether that man is married or in a relationship with somebody, he's not permanent theirs. And then they have that emptiness feeling. And again, they able to give you advice off their misery. You have to watch that because people will begin to give you, you know, conversation and advice based off what they have encountered and they have not healed from.
Yeah, what you saying? That's what I'm saying. Like me, I got single friends I be around,
Hmm.
but I got a fence around my brain. And, yeah, I got a fence around a force shield. What we say when somebody talk, they talking crazy. I ain't say no, they ain't talking crazy. I sure ain't say that. They talking what they supposed to talk about.
Hmm.
But I know I'm not in that situation, so I don't want to bring that thought process in my head, so I blocks it out, or I redirect the conversation somewhere I want it to go.
Hmm.
Cause I'm not going to talk about single life stuff with them. Cause if you keep doing, I'm telling you right now, you listen to this podcast. I don't care who you is. If you keep listening to somebody who's single, you say I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you is gonna do it. You keep listening to it because you're gonna get put in a situation. You're gonna say, this is what such and such did here. I'm never gonna do it too. He got away with it. So you gotta watch that. I don't think married couples who hang with single people. I ain't gonna
Really?
talk to them. No, not hang out with them like that. You can't be going out of town on vacation with a single woman. She see a man, she might have a one night stand. And he got a buddy. What you gonna do? Well, hey, I'm married. I can't do it. Man, hey, just talk to him while I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Hey, you gonna be doing it. So don't put yourself in the harm way, baby. That's like, hey, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like me. I go out of town with my friends. I separate them from me. I'm out there with them, but my mind, I'm a married man. They mind single, so I separate it. They think I'm boring. Y'all go do y'all thing, enjoy yourself. I be doing, my business stuff, trying to make money. Let them handle their business. I don't get caught up in that mess. But I block it. I don't even listen to conversation. I don't even want to hear the conversation they're talking about. I don't even want to listen to it. And they kind of respect me for that too. They don't want to tell me. They know I don't want to hear it. They know you want to hear it. They ain't gonna tell me anyway. So you gotta be. I think women out there who married and men who married, you can have friends that's single, but you gotta know how to put a force shield around your brain now. The world got power.
Definitely.
Yeah, they got it. And you'll say, I wouldn't dare do that. Yeah, you are gonna do it. You keep listening to it. It gonna come a time in your life you're gonna get put in that situation.
Yeah.
And you're gonna think about it when you're talking about it, you're gonna do it. So nah, I ain't doing that. I'm not fooling no single people to a certain extent. To a certain extent now.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to that. Even when you say that you're strong, I'm gonna tell you the enemy know what you like. The enemy has a way of bringing that stuff back, and he's not gonna do it when you feel like you nice and strong in your relationship. He's gonna come when that man or that woman then pissed you off. That's when the temptation's gonna come. It's gonna come when you feel like you at your wits end and you feel like, I can't keep taking this. And then they'll start pointing out, and I'm saying it even because it happened to me. They're gonna start pointing out, oh, he doing such and such. Everything he ever did, they're gonna regurgitate it. And then while you mad, while you upset, they're gonna use that to their advantage. And before you know it, it starts with a little flirt, and it leads from flirting to conversation. For conversation, it's gonna be all the things that you missing out your relationship. If sex is the answer, guess what? You will just have you would just have an interaction just for sex. You don't want nothing else. And I know women who, and these are older women too, that's all they meet up is just for sex. They may have health issues. They only meet up just for sex, and that's it. Some of it financial. You will find yourself only having the interaction with somebody who can supply you with money. So I'm saying whatever you lacking in your relationship, that's why I constant beg and plead with you all. Do a self-evaluation. If you do that self-evaluation, it will somewhat kind of help you, like, why am I acting out on these behaviors or these feelings or these emotions? And then if you do talk to your mate and your mate's not seem like they want to do any better, then now it's time for you to, go and invest in, counseling or a third party. But again, for single friends, because I have single friends, I'm just able to not engage in, I laugh, I maybe even give feedback, from the situation, or help them be able to look at, like, why are you doing it to yourself? Because sometimes you be in a low place in this low self-esteem or insecurities, and you'll find yourself in a hole, and only somebody who able to recognize, because I done been there, you able to recognize it. When I was out there on the chat lines, I'm able to recognize when I see women with insecurities. I'm able to recognize when I see people that, constantly on the dating sites, and no man has ever been, somebody that they like, or they'll go on a date, or they go to bed with the person. No strings attached, and then you wondering, oh, I'm always attracted to this kind of man. I'm always attracted to a married man. I'm always attracted to a man that's in a relationship, or a man that don't want to commit. So, Demetrius, what you have to say about that to the women that feel like they always attracted to men that, like, they attracted to men that got a wedding band on?
Women attracted men got a wedding band on. You talking about married women? Or you talking about single
No,
women?
I'm talking about single women. It can be
single
she
women,
could be married too, but
single women do that because that man got to go home. They know.
But they really want him, and
No,
later.
I don't want him. They want his money and what he do for him.
They do want. They
He a foreign guy. I call him a foreign guy. I got foreign girls. I got foreign guys. They want to be with him. Most of them want to be with him, but they don't want to be tied up with him. Like, Okay, I had a good time. Hey man, go to your wife. I'm done with you. Hey, enjoy yourself. See you next week. Now, some women I want to take the woman husband, but most of them, man, I've been around cases like that, and I've been in the situation like that before.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and them women, hey, they liked me for fun, man. Had a good time, and that's kind of what I wanted too. So it was a good hit. But I'm gonna tell you the main thing women y'all do wrong.
What is it?
Y'all
Talk
go
too
these
much.
single. No, yeah, talk too much. You give it a single. A man do it too now. You get with women, they single women. You tell them about your problem with your husband. Oh, he won't do this him. He don't want to have sex no more. He ain't helping me to do this him. He won't clean up. You complain about your husband to him. Okay, these women, single women, listen to you. They got you an answer, a cure for you. Shit, man, I got a buddy of mine. Yeah, he take care of that. He love that. He don't want to go with you. He love to have sex. He got plenty of money. He help you out. That's what a single person gonna think. That's what they're gonna tell you. So you be careful. You tell your business to. I go tell a man, my wife, man, she don't want to have sex no more. She every once in a while she want to give it to me. What think he gonna tell me, a single man? You damn fool. I'm excuse my language. Hey man, one name this girl down here on the other side of Atlanta. Shoot, man, you go down to the club that loves married man. Huh? Man, I'm married. I ain't going there. I'm telling you, man, I don't want to hear a married man. So every time I get this dude, he tell me this stuff. Then one day, my wife, no, I don't want to have sex. I don't want to do it. Larry say, go down to the club on side of town. And plenty of women down. See, it's in my head. I'm going to run on down there. And I'm a weak-minded man, Because, honey, but you got you a strong-minded man, so you got to worry about that with me. Then I'm 53 years old. I ain't with that mess anymore anyway. But a younger person, y'all got to be strong in your relationship. Because your single friend, don't get mad at him. If you married, you be mad at yourself because you ain't got no man to hang around with. This man doing what he supposed to do. He want to be like you. But till he find the right one, he gonna play with him. He gonna go to the pool party and girl rocking a bikini. You don't need to be there. Come on, man. Then you go up there looking around. Every girl come to you, hey, I'm married. You gonna get tired of saying that I'm married. Every time I come, you
but wait a minute, let me interject. It's some that don't care. They willing to work around the schedule. And I'm saying
who you talking about who don't care? Who
the
don't care?
woman, if you at the pool party and the woman came to you and saying you married, some of them like.
Well, I say I'm married, then I'm gonna be bothered with. Get on out my face. How
No,
many
but
times
then
I
she
keep
don't
saying
care.
that?
Yeah, she don't care. She gonna
She
come
might
back
leave.
again.
Like another girl, she might say, wait, she ain't the one. I can tell her, hey, lady, I'm married. Appreciate it, but now y'all go ahead. I shouldn't have been there. I'm putting myself in a harm's way. That's all I'm saying, honey bunch.
No. I wasn't saying that you didn't supposed to be there. I was just saying that it comes a time when you have to be able to look at and being able to pull yourself back. And because if you at a candy store, now remember, you at a child and at the candy store, you already know you got a cavity. But you in this candy store, you mean to tell me you're not gonna want to try some of the other treats that's in there? I'm just willing to negotiate with you. We can have a debate. We can have a nice debate. And listen, you all, I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you all are enjoying this as we continue to talk about. Hey, and Demetrius, that remind me, we need to add sexless marriage because I heard you say something about that when the person not having sex. So we'll do that at a future episode, a sexless marriage, because there's a lot of this going around. Hi, welcome back to another edition of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. I hope you have enjoyed it so far, and please don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to on all your streaming platforms and wherever you listen to your live streams or your podcast. So, Demetrius, we're gonna change gears. We're gonna stay right here on that same subject, but she also went further, like after they got married, and this is the after you get married, now what was the question? So my question to you is that after somebody says I do, what would be your advice for this young lady, or I'm just gonna say her man, because we as women, as we aging, things start changing, and depending on how long they've been together, and I didn't get any background on this relationship, but depending on how long they've been together, if you've been dating for a long time and you just kind of like seal the deal by getting married, they feel like nothing's changed. Or after you have been dating, if it's still fresh and new, they still on their honeymoon phase. So Demetrius, after you get married, now what?
That's a good question, Honey Bun. The first time I got married to you,
Yeah.
I married you because I loved you,
Hmm.
and that was it.
Don't make me cry.
No, you should cry because I should have had a plan for me and you.
Yeah.
I didn't have no plan. I didn't have no financial plan,
Hmm.
a family plan for kids.
Hmm.
I, I just didn't have no. I couldn't see 5 years, 10 years into the future with me and you. I should have been able to see where me and you should have been at in 10 years in the future because I didn't have a plan. Maybe I would have had a plan. Maybe I would have gave you something to look forward to. You wanna got caught up in the situation you got caught up in, and maybe I wouldn't got caught up in the things I got caught up in. But I say a lot of people get married right now. They just get married because they love the person. They're not getting married because they getting married, they love them, but they don't know where they're going. They ain't got no idea where this marriage is going. That ain't good. Look on now. You know you got to have some kind of plan. And then you can't get married because you love somebody anyway. I don't think that's a good deal too. I think you need to be friends with this person. You love them and you be friends with them. Cause you ain't friend with a person because you love them. Think about it. You talk to your friends all day long. You don't love your friend like you love your wife, but you talk to them all day, any day. But if you love your wife is your friend, your husband is your friend. Think how good your marriage be. You ain't got to talk to no outside people. Y'all can talk. Y'all love each other, and y'all talk every day. But I say all that to go back to what you're saying. You ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, people getting married ain't got no idea where their life going to. I got some idea now. I know, the second time you got married, I know I wanted where I want to be in 10 years. I had ideas, plan. I knew exactly what I wanted, how I was gonna do it, and I'm executing it right now. But the first time I got married, I didn't have no plan. I just
I,
married because it.
I
Huh?
sorry
Go
to
ahead.
interrupt, but
No, go
I
ahead.
really disagree with that. I disagree with partially. Now, it's a double-edged sword. When you and I got married, I really wish that we had a little more foundation. And when I'm saying that, to the people that's listening, having a foundation meaning you had a role model to look up how you want to model your marriage. I know I have seen like some marriages, and I'm call out, you know, um, Mr. Kilroy and Miss Carolyn. They kind of took us up under their wings for a minute, to be able to show us Mr. Chunk and Betty May. They kind of took us up under their wings for a little bit, but we was too young to pay attention. We was too young to see exactly what they was doing and building because we was focused on what we was focused on. And again, your perception and how you grew up was different than mine. So, of course, we weren't in alignment anyway. But when you did have a plan, we was living with my mom, you was like, Andrew, I'm gonna get you out of here. You and my son, I'm gonna get us a house. You said it, you made it happen. And
Okay,
being
hold on.
able,
Oh, stop. I did that. You're right. That's plan A. What my B, C, D? I didn't have no more plan. After I got A, I was done.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said it's a double-edged sword. Looking back on that, but you was thinking bigger than me. My thing is that when I came to the marriage, I didn't have no hopes and dreams. All I wanted to do, I knew I wanted to go to school. And my dad had already, he used to tell me, Angie, you're gonna go to Clemson, you're gonna go to Clemson. But he never did make sure that I was smart enough to go, but he never did, give me the steps to get there. And I remember going right into he got injured on his with his back, and I remember riding in the back seat of this attorney. I won't say his car it was a luxury car. It was either a BMW or Mercedes, and I was mesmerized by the leather that was in his car because I sat in the back. And I knew when he knew that I loved to read, the man said, "Oh, you like paralegal work then?" And so that was the little bit of foundation that he had gave me or exposed it to me. And so I did before becoming a nurse. When worked, volunteered my time as a legal assistant. But he didn't have the plans there, so I could come to the marriage with something. I was counting on you because you was older. I was counting on you to get these things, but part of me still was not satisfied. Part of me I didn't know, so I ended up being codependent on you for what you had, but I felt empty. So my answer to that question is being able to, when you do merge with somebody. You all being able to talk about life goals. And like you said, Demetrius in our 20s, we weren't talking about no retirement. We was not talking about getting old. We didn't talk about no health issues that we was going to face. We didn't talk about, making sure our
That's right.
son was secure or growing up. We didn't, those things wasn't in there. I feel like, you had your independent life, and as long as your hopes and dreams came true, you didn't care about making sure my hopes and dreams come true. And and I always would, later on, I would ask you like, Demetrius, why didn't you encourage me to go to school? Why didn't you encourage me to work to help you get these houses and cars and motorcycles? But why didn't you encourage me to go and look for the better future? And what was your answer to that?
I didn't know no better. I didn't know to push you. I knew how to push myself.
Yeah,
I wasn't trained to push nobody else.
yeah,
But I should, I was trained to take care of me, basically.
yeah,
And I know how to take care of you. But to push you to be great, I didn't know how to do that. And people getting married today, you got couples right now. He don't know how to push his wife. She down and out. She don't know, she got a job, but she need a better job.
yeah,
He don't know how to push her to get a better job. Oh, this mine. I can take care of everything. No, you need help, brother. You need help. Time gonna change now. So I look at young people now getting married. You better have a plan, like you saying, retirement plan. Who thinks about that? Not because I do, me, you do now, but
yeah.
you should be doing it in your 20s.
Preparing.
Yeah, preparing, but you won't think like that. You just get married. I love this woman. I love this man, and that's it. And people listening to this podcast right now probably saying, "Yeah, I love such and such." But yeah, you're right. I ain't thought about no retirement. I ain't thought about if he gets sick. Say he gets sick. You done this man for sickness or health. You got to take care of that man. I take care of that woman. You got to think about stuff like that. You can't see. They ain't looking at that. They don't come. They don't come in the conversation, and they come to mind. Cause now I look on it now. I would tell my son and his girlfriend they got married. Think about all that. Think about you having a child. Where y'all gonna stay at? Say she can't work no more. All right, how you gonna retirement? I mean, what you gonna do? I mean, he need to think about it. He probably look at me like I'm crazy. What you talking about, Dad? I'm 26. No, my son, having 26 years old, 20, 28, 29,
Yeah,
53.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, but I just wanted to get that out there.
No, because I think it's deep, and I feel like it's like a layer of onion. You keep peeling back after you get married, and you saying, now what? It is the next level. It goes to a deeper root. And I feel like if you don't address those things, like what your last wishes are, when you and I was in our 20s, we never discussed that.
Shoot,
But
no.
here we are, 47 and
We
53.
discussed another
Yeah.
one.
We discussed where we're going to be buried at. We discussing, you know, life insurance. We discussing, okay, what your pension plan is. We're discussing, okay, like, do you want to be placed in a nursing home? What are your life
Hey,
saving
hey, hey,
bills?
hey, hey, look at. I don't want to play no nursing home. You might be gonna get me a young girl, pay me some money, pick me in the back room by myself in a wheelchair. You gonna do what you got to do and let her take care of me. You go
Let her
about your
take care of you.
business.
Hey, if that's your wish, baby, I will make sure it
Hey,
happens.
I kind of like I would be like the man on what the movie when all the king men Eve daddy. You don't watch it in the nursing home. People know what I'm talking about. You don't watch it, y'all. She don't know what I'm
I'm
talking
gonna have to go
about.
and I'm gonna have to Google that.
In the nursing home, but yeah, people don't think about stuff like that. You need somebody, young people. Think about when you marry this woman, marry this man. Don't do it for love. Look at y'all need to talk about what the future gonna be because this man could get sick.
Hmm.
He might ain't got the job. You might outgrow him. He got to grow with you. Think about it.
Hmm.
You could outgrow this man, but
Or
you
who's
gotta,
making more money?
yeah,
Let's
but you
we're gonna
gotta know
talk
how to
about the
train.
finance.
You gotta help him to catch up with you. You can't just outgrow him like me. I made more money than Angie at the time,
Mhm.
but she was good. I didn't care because she good. She with me. But some women don't think like that now, man. Women now,
Wait a minute. Let me tap in there.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
always have worked. I've been working since I
Oh
was
yeah, I
16.
say you work now. I say, but you
No,
make
no,
more
no.
money
I
I
was
made.
no. I was just
Oh,
saying. No, I'm just saying because some people, might think it's a stay at home. No, I have always worked since I was 16 years old. But my job that I had is graduating, and what I meant by Demetrius putting me in position to win, he knew as smart as I was, he is him being older than I was. he should have been saying, if I encourage Angie to get one of these jobs, no matter what it is that I want to do, but it would have made us go like Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union said, they able to get it bigger, better if both of them contributing. When only one person take care of
Oh,
the
hold on. Oh, you believe in contributing?
huh?
Oh, you believe in contributing now? I mean, for young people, you think that's a good idea for a young person?
I'm
I know
not
you
saying
do it now. Oh, you do. You. Oh,
no.
you awesome now. Hey,
I'm
you awesome,
saying
honey bunch.
no. I'm saying that you and I have always did 50-50. I don't know no other way with you,
But
but
how
the
you feel like
50-50.
people,
I'm
couples
just
now, younger people
I'm
behind me, and you.
I'm saying young people. This is the advice that I would give my son and anybody else. If both of you all are self sufficient, that means if somebody, and my mother-in-law made sure she stressed that when somebody dropped the ball, somebody got to pick the ball up and keep running. That means you don't skip a beat. So when she used to, drill that in my head, I didn't know what it meant at that time. But she was saying that if something tear up in the house, she got money, it's gonna get it fixed. She's not gonna look for your dad to be the only one that was contributing to that. But if you don't have any money and you're not self-sufficient to be able to contribute, then guess what? The weight on one person will become a burden. I'm not saying I agree if you want to take care of all the bills. I'm saying that if he paying all the bills, then she need to be saving. Somebody need to be saving in there. Both person can't be a spender.
But it should be a conversation for you to get married. If you say I do, oh, you think that need to be come up for you say I do? What?
Yeah, it
The
definitely need to
conversation for
be.
you know
Wait a
you're
minute,
going with your plans.
it definitely need to come up with before you get married. But
Yeah.
if you already been dating this person and now you have moved in, sometimes just like you just said, when we got married before, we didn't address those. It's the people out here now married and they should have had those conversations, but they didn't. So now I'm here to tell them, go back to the table because you need to know how somebody pay bills. If they don't pay their bills and you know you more responsible with paying the bills, guess what? Put the money in there and we can get a joint account. And I'm still gonna have my own separate account. I'm not putting out my money with you. That's just bottom line. I'm
Oh,
not.
you ain't been on your eggs
No,
basket.
no, I'm sure not. I'm not.
Oh,
My mama didn't
I
raise no
didn't.
fool.
Oh, okay. I didn't say that. Hey. I'm
No,
gonna add.
I'm not.
I'm gonna add that right there. I think these couples should come up when you get married.
Yeah,
Cause somebody might. What that thing not? All right, you got a prenup agreement.
yeah.
Oh, what that one was? Name of it? It was prenup. Another one was name
I don't know. You look on your phone
God,
and
don't mind. I forgot what it was.
Google it because it's
It's
necessary.
when you get married. It's when
Yeah.
you get married. It's gonna be a conversation come up.
A post
Uh,
nuptial or something.
it might be a post nup. Might be
Yeah.
post nup. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. Y'all
Well, Google,
feel free to.
just Google it right quick. And I'll keep talking for you.
Oh, you go.
Because
Okay. All right. All right.
and the reason why these conversations need to be had, because if you're a person and you don't, and I'm saying that when Demetrius and I first got married, I didn't have any credit to contribute to the house. And the man had told him, with Angie not having any credit, it was going to be just as harmful as having bad credit. So he had to be the primary person on the house. But because we were married when it came time for the divorce, guess what? Because it was marital property, he still had to split it with me. So, me being the person that I was, I just walked away. So again, I'm educating my girls who naive and say, "Oh, I don't want nothing." If you contribute to anything that person have, you deserve something. Don't allow your ego to think that you can take care of it by yourself or on your own. So those conversations need to be had. If something happened, a car accident, health issues, those conversations need to be had. I need to know, what are your wishes? Do you want CPR? If you on a ventilator, how long would you want me to put you on a ventilator? And Demetrius and I have also had the conversation of that if something happened to me, I don't want him to wait before he enter another relationship with somebody. Go ahead and live your life. It's nothing more me and you can do. Don't let the society judge on how long it needs to take you to grieve. And I think more people need to be more aware of that. That if you are happy, nobody can determine what your happiness is. But if you find safe haven and you're ready to move on with your life, there need to be a conversation as well. Like, okay, we've been working on this thing and this marriage is not getting any better. when is the time for us to exit? And at what time? So those need to be some conversations that, no hurt, harm, or danger. Being able to set people free, because we know people, think if I can't have you, nobody can have you. That really is a thing. So just be careful when you out there and have those hard, sensitive conversations, because they sensitive because don't nobody want to touch them. But being able to communicate if your needs are not being met. Demetri, did you find it?
My phone been acting right. The other
Okay.
day, I guess I'm in the spot where
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sitting at.
don't
Try it.
worry about
This,
it.
or you can try it. Mine, it getting there, but it won't load up. Keep trying to make it load up. But yeah, the one I'm talking about, the one you got married, it's the one you married. You got this agreement, like if somebody sees the marriage, like get a business, and it's a good business that making good money. You can't take it from it. See, marriage like that, so I ain't know they exist. I know prenup did, but I ain't know about no.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called a post-nuptial agreement.
Okay, that's the one when you see you married now.
Yeah,
She
you
talking
married,
about
so it's post. It's after.
yeah, it's after. So you post it's after. So you married. So you say me you married and you take out to be a doctor. Now when I married with you, you was a nurse.
CNA. It's
CNA.
a CNA.
Okay, now you're a doctor. Now your value went way up there. So you protecting yourself in the marriage. So somehow I can't get you're a doctor. I can't get nothing from you because you're a doctor now. I can't sue you for that. Not sue you, but
Okay, you can't want any alimony like what
yeah.
Halle Berry them doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, you get married to people, y'all better be checking and stuff like that, and the future plan was going on relationship. Cause I
when
want
it's
to know
good,
right
it's
now.
good. Yeah, when life is good, it's good. But hey, Demetrius and I
Hey,
both know
I got a
divorces can
quote.
be ugly.
I got a quote.
Yeah.
Older man told me in the railroad. I got my first job. He told me, he said, man, he looked at me. I said, I'm gonna get married. He said, yeah, you is, young man. I said, yes, sir, I'm getting married. I was happy. He said, young man, you married the right woman? Ain't quite nothing like it. I said, okay. You married the wrong woman? Ain't quite nothing like it. I was like, oh my. I ain't never heard a quote like that. That thing been in my head for years. And that was true.
Yeah.
So, you better know what you're married. And I say, if we sit down and talk, I hope somebody listening to this podcast saying, well, I'm not gonna marry this dude because I love it. I want to know what kind of plans he got for us. Yeah. I mean, what is he going to school or he gonna start a business? I need to know my future. I say 10 years, but shit, you should be able to come up 5 year, a 5 year plan. You might not reach it, but at least you're going. You got a target to shoot for. You know what I'm saying?
All right, thank you for tuning in, and we are back, and we are talking about when you have recently got married and your friends are single. And this is a shout out to my coworker Joelle, who says she recently got married, but her and her new husband, are having, just a little rough in the road because she can't seem to separate her married life from her single life from her friends. And she just
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to,
easy.
well, she's struggling with it because she was with them all the time. And like I said, I can relate that you have some homegirls, and this is my thing. Some people will help you help you respect your marriage. And what I mean by that is, and again, I'm going off my experience, and this is what I'm saying is was 27 years ago. I remember I had a friend, and that you and I still might have been together, but I still was married, or we might have not been together. And when I wanted to bring my friend around, to what they used to have called like shift break parties, she went ahead and she stopped me at the door. I'm letting you know, and I don't play them kind of games. And I'm thinking like, what are you talking about? She's like, nah, you still married? It's not gonna happen here. And she stopped me in the tracks, and that was the end of that. So you have people that even if you don't have respect for yourself or your marriage, other people who about that. And I know now, whatever you send out, that's what's gonna come back. So she knew that she desired to be married. So she knew that if she condoned my wrongdoing or me committing adultery, she know that by me bringing that other person in the house, in her home, that she was just as guilty. So she didn't want that bad karma. I mean, I see that now, but at the time I didn't. I was like, dang, you know. But when you have people to help you redirect your thoughts, and and unfortunately, You can have a limited mindset where you don't appreciate and hold your value up. And when you see people being reckless in their marriage, that is one of the things that you have to be able to look at. They have an unhealthy relationship, and because they have that unhealthy relationship, they don't care nothing about making you go in the pitfall. What about you, Demetri?
Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Let me, you married.
Yeah.
You telling your friend you on healthy relationship, and they single. Now, what you think they're going to tell me? What they tell you? What they going to tell you? What kind of advice they going to give you?
Well, I have had some say, "Well, are you happy?" And then, or they ask me, Angie, they'll get you to kind of redirect, and you find yourself engaging in conversation about men. Or I had, even when I have talked to a friend, since you and I been back together, and I found myself reminiscing about, even though I felt like I was just trying to redirect them and share my experience with them, but I found myself thinking about those situations or encounters that I was in. It made me think about when I was on the chat line, and I was like, oh, you know what, things didn't change. So it made me think about when I was out there selling adult novelties. It made me think back. And so again, whatever you put your focus on, I'm letting you know you're going to think more of it. So if you're thinking about cheating, oh, it'll come in reality. So if you thinking about going out doing those things, all of a sudden those things will appear. Isn't that right, Demetrius?
That's correct, and that's what let's take me back to my topic. I had a previous podcast about yes people,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. I have been in a situation, y'all, previous my first marriage, my first wife. It's my same wife today, but I tell my friend what's going on. Man, you a darn fool. I wouldn't take that. She going this dude. You might have gone. That girl won't you go ahead and do it? And cause I'm about 20 years old now. So I'm thinking about the things, and I ain't gonna do that, man. I ain't doing that. But eventually, that's what happened. I ended up doing it because they got in my head, your wife going with this young boy, or going with this dude, young boy dude, how you want to say it. Hey, I put myself in a situation. I got out there messing around. What I should have been doing, trying to get my wife back and fix the problem. Suck my pride up, and be a man and fix it. I jumped in the game with her. And I don't know what she was doing at the time. They say she was doing it. At the time, I think they were telling me she wasn't doing it because I once said the man was incarcerated. I don't even know, but they're trying to put the gas on me. So them single people, they're doing what they're supposed to do. I can't look back at it now. How can I get mad at this man? Yeah. He got 3 or 4 girlfriends, and I got a wife, but he think my wife is my first time married. Now y'all understand? Doing something, they trying to put the gas on me to do it. And I fought it for a long time. How did it go? Probably 8 months. And then I just say, I dropped the ball. I said, hell, you can't beat them, John. Yeah, shit. I jumped in the game. And when I got in, them single people, they pat me on my back. There you go, champ. You the man, boy. Whole time they making a fool out of me. Hey, they wanted my wife. They wanted Angie. They're trying to.
And sure did, and was coming and inboxing and calling and texting and letting me know his every move.
Yeah. Hey, they go both ways now.
Well, I'm not saying it.
Hey, your girlfriend was going trick or treat on me too. They're trying to, hey, y'all was October too. Matter of fact, they're trying to go trick or treat. But you
ain't fall for it.
Oh no, I got a good mama. Mama raised me right. I got a cutoff, cool. I ain't going. Hey, something I just ain't gonna do. You can't. I don't care what you do to me. What you did to me. It wasn't that bad. I ain't gonna. Hey, I ain't doing that. So no, I didn't do that. None of that. And but that would have come at the single people. I'm telling y'all. Anybody out here listening to this podcast who married, you love your wife, you love your husband. I ain't think leave your single friend alone. But they start talking about committing adultery. Not committing adultery. I can say they ain't married. Talking about cheating on their boyfriend or girlfriend or going out the club. Let's go out of town vacation. Just me and you. They calling you, vent to you. And I know they need to vent to somebody, but it might not need to be you. Because you got some stuff that vent stuff come to you. I'm telling you now, you'll say, it ain't gonna bother me. Yeah, you will. Because you're gonna find yourself in that same situation that person vent to you about. It might not be the same exact one, but it's gonna be similar. And you say, damn, I see why she did that, he did that. Then you may end up doing it. A weak-minded person will, because, hey, I think I got a strong mind. Cause like I say, I tell everybody, and y'all gonna get tired of me saying this, till I quit doing the podcast. I loves myself. And I ain't doing nothing to make myself look bad in front of nobody. No more I ain't. Have I ever done it? Yep. Would I probably do it again? Probably not knowing. But by me knowing what I know now, that dealing with women and all that, that's over me. That part out, that's out of me there. It's out my system. But I might do some other crazy stuff that I got to learn. Maybe say the wrong thing, because words got power. That's my biggest problem. And you get single people around you, they say they want to say. And then you get yourself in that conversation, then you take that stuff back home to your wife. And you say, she be saying, like, man, where you get that talk from? Because you hang around single people talking like they talk.
Well, let us be clear. Demetrius
Okay.
and I are not licensed therapists. We are giving you a disclaimer because I know several people, when we're talking, you find yourself in it. You find yourself maybe can relate to these conversations that Demetrius and I are talking about. And when you're saying single people, and you do have single people who do respect marriages, so I want to be clear because I heard
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard him say that that you wouldn't be friends with it, but he's kind of talking in in context to of a person who's talking against your marriage. Those are the kind of
Yeah.
friends he's talking
That's what I'm
about.
talking about. Yeah. Somebody, you got some.
Because
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Go
be
ahead.
clear because we have to make sure we don't want the hate mail because even
Shit.
when me
Let them send the hate mail on. I'll take the hate mail. Hey.
no, I'm just saying because I have been single and I was around married friends, and I did not condone um, people cheating. I did not condone a relationship like that. So I'm making sure like I was a good friend. And if I could redirect them, I really did, try. People still at the end of the day have to make their own decision. But I was just saying that in respectful of people who do have a friendship, you'll be able to know the friendship that you can trust your mate around. You'll be able to know. Again, I'm going back to Portia of the housewife. She was at that lady house, and even though they say they wasn't friends or whatever, she ended up going right in. She, feeling or whatever the emotion encounter was, she ended up going with that lady husband, remarrying that lady husband, and and I know that lady, she looking crazy because guess what she did what I did, went with the assistant or something that was way younger than her, and you end up building off emotions, and guess what? Now her and that young guy not even together, while her ex-husband is being happy on with Portia. So I'm just saying, just be mindful of what you putting out there in the universe.
Hey, I like to say, I want to see this happen plenty of time.
Yeah.
I want to see women. I'm talking about women, men too now. I'm talking about women. But I be talking a lot of times. I say women, but I'm talking about both. I've been out to places when I was single.
Mm-hmm.
You got divorced. And I see these married people in these bars and clubs like, why she and she got a good husband? What she doing to him? And I see the girls with, what she doing with her?
Yeah.
Man, she the round away girl. After a while, I see him.
Around the way, girl.
Yeah, boy. He's called him back then. He's called him kind of girl pause and go up to him. Hey, it spread it to the whole crew. Got that pausing on him. I'm talking about, hey, I'm
Is
single
we talking
man
about
now.
a new edition of Build the Boat? The
Yeah,
poison?
this ain't girl pausing. But I see this girl, these women, dudes hanging with these. I'm like, what are you doing with him? I'm sitting back watching because I'm in these spots. I should be asking myself why I'm doing it him because I'm single. I ain't do what I want to do. And eventually, I'll watch him. Eventually, I hear 2 or 3 weeks later, such and such going one night. Oh, that's why she's in there. You never would have thought that. But I'm pretty sure if she was around a married woman, she would have told her don't go to the spot. She would have had a spot like that. Probably had her in church, or they probably had her. A married woman probably had her somewhere in the library
Now,
reading
I
books.
done heard of some escapades at church, so I don't know if
Hey,
that's
I'm just saying, some good married women, talking about business. Put the right stuff in your mind.
shout out to my church people.
Yeah, you see, then you got dudes. I saw dudes like me. I wasn't that kind of dude. A man married, I didn't hit on this married. I was encouraged, man, don't be like me, man, do the right thing, man. I had a chance to do over. I kept my wife. I made mistakes, man. You don't want to be like me. Man, I know it look good what I'm doing, but it ain't good, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to kill time, try to find me a wife.
Yeah.
I want to be like you, so don't do it. So, and a couple men I saved their relationship. talking to them like that. And some of them say, hell, what you saying? I'm still gonna do it. Hey man, go ahead, do what you gotta do, man.
They don't. Not everybody want to be. Not
Hey,
everybody want to be corrected.
they want me to be a yes man.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do that. They cut me off. They got away from me. They would have my conversation. They thought something wrong with me.
But again, like I said, I understand it. I understand. We'll keep on talking.
Keep on talking. Don't worry about that, honey. But keep talking.
I understand that when you feel like that. I understand it when you're trying to make yourself and motivate yourself, and you putting yourself in these places. Just like me. So that devil don't want me to get it out.
No, you get it out, honey, but let it go. You be let it go.
Yeah, but needless to say, it comes a time that even when I was in places, people would ask me, Andrew, what are you doing here? And you trying to cover up, and at that time, I didn't realize that was wrong, or I'm not gonna say wrong, that it didn't fit my demeanor. The person that I was, where I was, the environment didn't fit where I was supposed to be. They had better expectations of me. So when they see, it's just kind of like when a person who trying to get from drugs, but is still at the drug house, or a person who trying to get delivered from something.
All right, stop with that. You say,
yeah.
Now, a person on drugs, he trying to quit. Now, he trying to quit. He don't quit. How can you quit doing drugs, hang with a drug addict? You gonna keep on doing it again. You gonna get back and doing it again. That's why they tell you got to change surroundings. That's why you with a single person and he talking about all this foolishness. I ain't saying that. Listen, single people, I'm not talking about y'all. But you got a right to talk that way. But I got a right not to think that way. That ain't my thinking part. I got a wife. I don't care how mad I'm mad at her. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut y'all on by. I had to squeeze that in there, honey, but do your thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, so you know.
I get distracted when that light go out. But you
don't let it bother. Hey, that's the devil. Hey, you still gonna shine, man. You still shining. I mean, shine bright like a diamond. You shining.
Yeah. So, but again, I want to reiterate that when you are trying to do the right thing, and again, I can call it out now. Couldn't call it out then because I realized that I was codependent on so-called friends. I was codependent on, trying to be cool or get. Again, you talking about something in my 20s. So the mistakes you make in your 20s, you find yourself paying for it in your 40s.
I bet you. Tell what your friends told you one time. I wouldn't be married. A friend married. What they say?
Yeah, they said
they sad for them.
Yeah, they say they would not be married. They, Demetrius out there doing all these things with women. You need to get out there and sow your raw oats. That's what that is what the conversation was like. So then as you looking at it, you'll realize that's what people doing and saying. So just only letting you know. All right, you all. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. So just stay tuned as we talk about more. All right, as we come to the conclusion of this episode, we're going to just try to tie up everything that we have said and being able to let you know that, hey, these are only Angie and Demetrius' perception on it. We are not massage therapy. I mean, not
massage. Honey bun. Hold on. Who you been talking to? What's on your mind? Massage.
No, I want one.
Oh, you want one? Okay.
Yeah, I want one. We are not marriage therapists, so we do highly recommend that you go get you a mediator and being able to help discuss and navigate, your feelings or emotions with marital problem, relationship problem, or just mental. We believe in therapy.
I want to tell them too. Like future coming up, we're gonna talk about divorce too. I know we all talking about prenup, and I want to talk about divorce.
Yeah.
What's next after divorce? You need to know what's your next move. And hey, y'all listen to this podcast. I know some of y'all might be going through it. I'm sorry to hear it if you're going through a divorce, but I got some information for that I want to give you. So it's coming. So keep your ears on the Lee podcast. I'm gonna bring it to you.
Yeah, so Demetrius, let's tie a little more into it when we was talking about having these deep conversations and being able to saying after you say I do, and you have talked about those different things that you normally wouldn't, that you didn't think about, and being able to discuss, very sensitive. Don't nobody want to think about dying, but this is all part of life. And of course, unexpectedly things happen, heart attacks, car accidents, strokes, that can compromise your marriage. And I'm saying it because, with me being a nurse in the emergency room, I have seen husbands and wife come in and they didn't allow us to do anything for their little one. They did it all. I done seen sons change their mom diaper. I done seen husbands change their wife because they do it. That's just the bond that they have. And being able to see your mate not acting or fulfilling that once when they once was 100%, but being able to say, hey, am I up for a fight? That if I have a stroke or Demetrius have a stroke, am I willing to stay here? And being able to, because everybody know being a caregiver is extremely very hard and
Yeah, it's
difficult,
hard.
because you having to be there 24/7 without a break.
So
A
you got a
lot of
job, you got to go to work. Think about that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people go down mentally because they're so exhausted, and they don't get help. They don't ask for help. I've seen it, and especially if you have a alpha male, or the person got, a very strong ego, and they still being mean, like you mentioned in that previous podcast, and you meet somebody who's still mean, who still want to, they don't
So the
realize
man, that wheelchair, talking about,
they don't
yeah,
realize that
bro.
they don't realize they have lost their ownership and their independence. So they end up being very mean and very arrogant. Somebody has to put up with them. And you being the caregiver, you end up being the one that they end up being nasty and mean, and people are able to see it and asking, why do you stay? Why do you take that? But it's a thing called unconditional love that'll make you look beyond what you see right now. Unconditional love will make you stay. Demetrius and I, for us to be right here where we are now, it had to be unconditional love to take somebody back that has already been hands and been tampered with. That when you met me, I was one kind of way, but then I go and I get out here and another person have put their hands on me, and being able to not look at me as damaged goods, but being able to say, I still take her back and I still love you. So Demetrius, I think when we talk about the after the divorce, now what, being able to give people, because there's people out here who struggling with divorce, infidelity, or well, they're not a divorce,
Well, hey,
cheating.
we'll get it another day too. I ain't gonna get to it right now because they're
No,
gonna
no,
take
no,
a
no,
minute.
no,
Oh,
no, no.
oh, oh,
I wasn't
oh,
saying getting it to him right now.
oh, okay,
I'm just
my
saying,
bad.
like, for the future, being able to include that into the episode, because
Oh yeah,
it's some people right now that's on the fence. It's some people where what we done overcame 20 years ago. It's some people right there right now in
that's right.
2020, in 2023. What would be our advice for those people who on the ledge, who know that somebody else have slept with their husband, possibly got a baby by their husband, somebody done slept with their wife, possibly have a baby by their wife, and then broke all kind of codes, and now they they looking at what's next. I can tell you one thing I need you to do:
What?
add Jesus, add the
I
Lord.
about to say pray. Hey,
Yes.
and you're going through a storm, but you shall come out that storm. You
Yeah.
shall come out there.
Oh yeah.
Think about you. Hey, that ain't the first time somebody been through some bad stuff in their life.
No.
Everybody listen to
No.
this
No.
podcast now, hear me talking. You gonna be some stuff, some bad stuff, but you came through it. Look at you now.
Yeah.
You thought you were gonna get through, but you
Yeah.
there. That same thing shall pass.
Yes, you.
Don't do nothing crazy, but that's the thing she's talking about. That you need to talk about your marriage. Just in case that happened. It could happen. You could, as your mind. What happened is you I got caught you doing adultery. Hey man, they can help. I mean, I'm talking crazy talk. Some people say, "Why you bring that up?" But they can help. What are you gonna do? I mean, so you gotta have a plan for that. You just can't get married and just say I love you, cause stuff gonna happen. Tell me that couple told me that time me was in a Piccadilly, the older white couple, they're like 80 some years old, and they said been married like 50 some years.
Yeah.
What did they told me? You asked them how they stay married that long. What did she say?
She said go and what, keeping other people out or something. I can't
It was
quite
something I don't
remember
want to
all
on
of
that
it.
old lady, but
Yeah.
basically I took it she's saying that it wasn't pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fight up and down.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad is still here today, and I watched them go through it. It wasn't pretty, but they made it. So anybody going through something right now, you ain't the one going through it. Don't you go to bed and I think my life was shamble. Oh, you got other people got life to shamble, but just how you deal with it.
That's right.
You might catch your husband doing something. God gonna deal with him. Just pray about it. Don't take him out in your own hand now. Don't play tip for tat with him. Don't get back at him. Let God deal with him. You pray about it. He'll punch you the right way to go. If you don't believe in God, hey, pray to the higher power. There's a higher power out there. There's somebody you need to be praying to. Everybody needs somebody to keep them in check. Because your friends can't do it. You need some kind of a guideline book to follow. So when you get married to somebody, I keep going back to when you say I do, you better know some stuff coming up. So you better get your list and write down or talk to other people who've been married because it's going to come up in your marriage. The thing ain't going to come up like that. It's going to come up on a bunch.
Yeah. But that's, I'm going to say, my daily devotion today was about the accountability of life. And with that being said, being able to recognize that if you were the problem, or if you are the problem, you know what I'm saying, this to the woman or the man, and you might be the one that's committing the act, and you feel like you have lost all ways with your mate, and you can't quite seem to kind of get back on track because you know, you like both of them. You like the fun world, and you know, you got like the stability of I know what they feel like because I done it. But being able to get yourself to a place and let you know it's mentally tiring. You don't want to continue your life because God does have where you can have an abundance life. And when I'm saying that is that when you and your mate think back when y'all were happy and seeing what happened when y'all was happy. Get back there. If y'all missing date night, add date night. If y'all missing going to the movies, add movies. If y'all missing going for long rides, add going to long rides. I think when people do get married, you know, you do get complacent and you find yourself going in opposite direction. You know, everybody in their separate rooms, everybody in separate activities, nobody do anything together. And I remember my mom saying when we were married before, Angie, I knew that marriage was not going to live long because both of y'all was separate. Y'all was in separate cars. Y'all was doing things separate. Nothing was together. Demetrius had his friends. I had my set of friends, and then I had this my son. We were not under one unison unless it was just, you know, something that, you know, came together at nighttime. Yeah, we wasn't. Yeah, we wasn't in alignment.
That's correct.
But when you are in alignment and you start seeing things that's being successful, you'll know when you're in alignment because God will start blessing. You start getting blessings from different people. You'll start being in alignment, and you know when Demetrius heard from God and he did what God told him to do, God did the story of Job on him, restored his job. He had to listen, but when he was disobedient, God made him go a little longer. And that's what I'm going to close with. If I had known that God would have, if I had just paused, like God said about walking around the walls of Jericho, if I had just stopped doing what I was doing and removed myself for a little while so the chatter can stop, no more cell phones, long as the cell phone was keep coming, the texts were coming, I still was distracted. But when I removed the distractions, the place, the people, and the things, and allow God to hear God's voice on me, my marriage probably would have been back together way before. It wouldn't have took 10 years. Demetrius and I have been 10 years of wandering in the wilderness with other people, fake relationships, enduring, having our son to endure because we kept being distracted. The walls of Jericho came down when he listened, and all he had to do is stop and pray, and the walls come tumbling down. I'm telling y'all, that's the Bible. All right, Demetrius, what you got?
Hey, all I want to say, thank y'all for joining me and my wife on this podcast. You know, we're here trying to help people. Screening tags, because we talk country. People say, y'all country, yeah. And I like that because, I talk real fast. I'm a real fast talker. But I know I'm honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want you to be successful. Whoever listens to this part, I want your marriage to work. I want y'all to be happy. Cause that's all I want to see. I want to see my son, his girlfriend get married and be happy. I don't want to see people sad. I know you. I've been around people who want to see you sad and hate on your relationship. I ain't one of them people. My wife ain't either. So y'all keep joining this podcast, and we're gonna get better with it. And I want y'all to leave comments. Comment, and be honest. Hey, I can take it. We can take it. Because we want to be great. We ain't trying to just get on be a podcast. We're trying to be great. And I want to help people. And tell me some of your stories. Somebody at this podcast help you. Something we did previous podcast. Put in the comments. I like to know. You know, we ain't got to call your name, add your name, but I just say this lady called. She texts. You know, let us know how you come out. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And as we closing on this, remember, if you want to get your topics heard, don't forget to give us a text. You can email your questions or scenarios to me at the Lee Podcast at leelifeexperience.com. And again, you can text relationships 833-370-1608. Or if you want to be able to come clean, because something we talking about and you realize, hey, I'm the problem. I'm the one causing their relationship, their marriage to be unstable. Then you know what? You can apologize. And don't tell me it won't happen.
And not calling your name. You ain't got to call your name. It's a good thing. And you got to show your face.
And me and Demetrius had that. Demetrius, you remember when I got that text and that person apologized? You remember that?
Remember, yeah.
We was on vacation celebrating the anniversary, and a text came through out the blue apologizing because people don't want that wrath on them. When people grow up and realize, you know what, I want the same thing. I want me a wife. I want somebody supportive, and they know they've been the problem. They've been part of the problem. I ain't gonna say the problem, but part of the problem. Then again, just be careful.
That's right.
All right, and ask for forgiveness. And I'm telling you, life after marriage, having single friends, just create you some boundaries. And as long as you create you some boundaries, you will be able to have a healthy, thriving relationship. And if you don't see it, I highly encourage you to be it.
Set a role model for your single friends. Be a role model for them. Be a role model for them. It's how when they get married, it's how you supposed to do.
Yeah. And I want to add this tad bit. It's a guy named Wall Street Trapper, and he do stocks and stuff. And he said that the people he was hanging around, they was all talking about women. But when he started looking at Eric Thomas and Bishop T.D. Jakes, the conversation was different. Those guys didn't talk about cheating on their wife. He said it gave him another perspective. So he said, I'm looking for me a wife. He said, I had to quit hanging with people that were smoking weed. I know I want my life to be pure. And in order for me to do that, I told anybody who working with me, if they smoke weed, they couldn't come. So that's how you empower a nation. That if you set the standards and you live by the standards, people have no choice that if they want to come, they will adjust. Your single friends, if they respect your marriage, they will adjust. That's it you got, Demetrius?
Hey, love y'all. See y'all next week.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comments.